Okay. Good morning, all. Today we will discuss some of the topic from Unit First. In last lecture, we have discussed application of cloud computing. Yeah. Security risk in cloud computing. So, what are the risks? The possible risk, right? So, there is a chances of data lost. Yeah, it is the most common security risk of cloud computing. It is known as a data leakage. Data loss is the process in which the data is being deleted, corrupted, unreadable by user, tampering, software and application. In cloud computing environment, data loss may occur when the sensitive data is somebody else's hands or one or more data element cannot be utilized by the data owner. So hard disk is not working properly and software is not updated. So they're kind of the common problem may face in cloud computing, which is come under the data loss. Hack interface and insecure APIs. Right, cloud computing is completely depend on the internet, so it is compulsory to protect interface and API that are used by the external user. API are the easiest way to communicate with most of the cloud services. Like APIs like application, right? Nowadays you are using WhatsApp, right? So WhatsApp APIs, some gaming related apps is there also. Few services are available in the public domain and few are in private domain also. This service can be accessed by third parties, so there may be a chances of that this service easily harm and hacked by the hackers. So there is a chances of hacking APIs on the program, simple means. So there is a chances of database. These are the security risks of the cloud computing. So the question might become like explain the risk or security risk in cloud computing. So you can be have so you should know that what is data loss, what is hacking of the interface and insecure APIs, and what are the data breaches. So it's a common process in which the confidential data is viewed, accessed and stolen by third party without any authorization. So organization data is hacked by the hackers. So this is called as a data breach. Vendor lock-ins, like the biggest security risk in the cloud computing. Organization may face the problem when transferring the service from one vendor to another vendor, as different vendor provide different platforms that can be cause difficulty moving one cloud to the another. So this is the chances like older maybe vendor lacking, right? So earlier some vendor is there and there was the data, and then the other vendors and there was the data, right? So this kind of the risk is yeah, chances is there. Yeah, give me a time. So yeah, so the increase the complexity strain in IT staff. So migrating, integrating, operating the cloud services is complex for the IT staff. So IT staff maybe require the extra capability or the skill to manage it or integrate and maintain the data to be the cloud. So this there. So if not, it is not like this one. So the chances of your data to be leak or breaches by somebody chances to be increased. The whatever the staff those who handle it, this should be a skill simple way. Yeah. So Spectra and Meltdown, yeah, allow program to view and steal data, which is currently a process on computer. It can be run on personal computer, mobile, and other in the cloud as well. It can be stored the password, all, right? So your personal information such as image, emails, and business accounts can be running. Yeah, so that through hacking through the some programs, so manipulator program we can say. So denial of services like dark attacks occur when the system receive the data and too much traffic to be to the buffer server. Mostly DOS attacker target web server, right? For large organizations such as banking sector, media companies, government organization, and other also. To recover the lost data, denial of the service attacker charges great deal of the time and money to handle the data. So denial of the services. Somebody hack it and I have not done it. Simple way. Yeah, and they will be charged the money for that, or I will hack your website, so which is on the cloud, and until you cannot be released certain money for me, so I will not be provide your data to be in original ways. So kind of the service denial of the services kind of happen, right? So account hijacking, yeah. So the chances serious security in cloud computing. So it is the process in which individual users or organization cloud bank is stolen by hackers. The hacker used the stolen account to perform the unauthorized activities like email hacking, simple way. So you can pretend it is, so I am there only, so but I am not authorized persons to be give it. So hijacking of the emails or hijacking of account, we can say, and through which the chances, yeah, so there is chances like the security risk in the cloud computing. So the next topic we are discussing here, yeah, so Siddharth Seth is there, Rohan Chopre.
हाँ सर बोला.
Yeah, so I am audible to you.
Yes.
Yeah, okay, thank you. Just to be, yeah, so just I'm checking. So the next topic I'm discussing from first unit is a type of cloud. So we have 4 cloud types. One is a public, private, and hybrid and community cloud. So just we have seen the definition of it. Yeah, Rohan, please mute it. Yeah,
Yes sir.
yeah, please mute from your side.
केलं sir unmute केलं.
No, no, it is not done. Again, please unmute. Mute, please mute it. Yeah, thank you. So the public cloud is open to all, store and access information via the internet using the pay-per-usage method. Yeah, so like Amazon Elastic Computing, EC2, IBM Server, these are all public cloud. So whenever you want, you can be demanded and you will get the service from them and you can be use it. So that fall under the category of public cloud. So each cloud type has their own advantages and disadvantages. So advantages of the public cloud is own at the lower cost than the private cloud and hybrid cloud. Yeah. So this is advantages of the public cloud. A public cloud is maintained by the cloud service provider, so do not need to worry about the maintenance of it. So public cloud is easier to integrate, hence it offers the better flexibility offers to the consumer. It's location independent because its services are delivered through the internet. Is highly scalable as per the requirement of computing resources, and it is accessible by general public, so there is no limit to be number of users. So these are the advantages of the public cloud. So there is a question like explain the pros and cons or advantages or disadvantages of various cloud types. So in that question you can be highlight these advantages and disadvantages. So what is the disadvantage of public cloud? Is a less secure because resources are shared publicly. So this is the first disadvantages. And second, it depends upon the high-speed internet network linked to the cloud provider. The cloud has no control of the data. So these are the disadvantages of this public cloud. So this question is what is private cloud? And yeah, so these advantages and disadvantages. Private cloud known as internal cloud or corporate cloud. It is used by the organization to build the manage their own data center internally by third party. It can be deployed using open source tools such as OpenStack, Ecliptus. So these are these are the stack, we can say. These are the platforms, we can say, through which we can be configure our public clouds internally by using OpenStack and Ecliptus. Please underline it. Based on the location and management, National Institute of Standard and Technology divide the private cloud into the 2 following parts. One is the premises cloud and outsource cloud. Yeah, so this can be like this. One in the organization and yeah. So in internal means premises mean the cloud visually configure in campus itself. And if it is not in campus, it's supposed to be outside it. And you are using your own private cloud, so we can say it is outsourced. So what is advantages and disadvantages of this private cloud? So private cloud provides a high level of security and privacy to the user. It offers better performance with improved speed and pace capacity. It allows IT team to quickly allocate and deliver on-demand IT resources if they need. Organization has full control over the cloud because it's managed by the organization itself. So there is no need for the organization to depends on anybody else, and it's suitable for organization that requires separate cloud for their personal use, data security and first priority. So now MMIT using cloud of somebody else, which is a private outsourced cloud for our ERP. Yeah, please note it down. So our institute using private cloud which is outsourced for the website. Please note. So what is the disadvantage of this cloud, private cloud? Skilled people are required to manage and operate cloud services. Number one. So private cloud is accessible within the organization. So there so the area of operation is limited. Hence, as private cloud is not suitable for organizations that have high user base and organizations that do not have the pre-built infrastructure, sufficient manpower to maintain and manage the cloud. So these are the disadvantages. So you can, if you want to start your own business or you want to be startup, you want to be think of private and public clouds, and according to you can be choose for your own business. So next type is a hybrid cloud. It's a combination of public cloud and private cloud, we can say. So hybrid cloud is partially secure because the service which are running on the public cloud can access by the anyone, while the service which are running on the private cloud can be accessed only by the organization user. For example, Google Application Suite, Gmail, Google Apps, Google Drive, Office 365, Amazon Web Services, and these are the example of the hybrid cloud where the both public and private thing can be implemented. So again, this private cloud, this cloud have advantages and disadvantages. What is the advantages of this hybrid cloud? So it's suitable for organizations that require more security and than the public cloud. So they can be choose the hybrid cloud. Hybrid cloud help you to deliver the new product and service more quickly. Hybrid cloud provide excellent way to reduce the risk and offer flexible resource because of the public cloud and secure resource because of the private cloud. So there is a chances of the both. So what is the disadvantages of this hybrid cloud? Security features is not as good as the private cloud. Managed hybrid cloud is complex because it is difficult to manage more than one type of deployment model. And in the hybrid cloud, the reliability of the service depends on the cloud service provider. So these are the chances of, these chances maybe how your cloud service provider is there. And last type is community cloud. Community cloud allows system and service to be accessed by the group of several organizations to share information between the organization and specific community. So this community means, so group of organizations come together and they form their own cloud. So particular that cloud is called as a community cloud. It is owned and managed and operated by one or more organization in the community, third party or combination of them. So healthcare community cloud. So so all the health community, all the doctor, all the hospital together, they form their own cloud. So that we can say it is a community cloud. So what is the advantage of this community cloud? Is cost effective because the whole cloud is being shared by several organizations and communities. Community cloud is suitable for organizations that want to have the collaborative cloud with more security feature in that public cloud. It provides better security than public cloud. So it provides collaborative and distributed environment. And community cloud allow us to share cloud resources, infrastructure, and other capabilities among various organizations. So what are the disadvantages of this community cloud is not good choice for every organization. Security feature is not as good as the private cloud. It is not suitable if there is no collaboration. Fixed amount of data storage and bandwidth is shared among all community of the members. So whatever you are using it. So look at these differences, how this host, user, and access owner. So difference between public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, and community cloud. So there is a question like differentiate public, private, hybrid, and community cloud. So these are our cloud type, isn't it? These are our cloud type. Rohan Chopde. These are all. Rohan is there. He went somewhere. Yeah, he went somewhere. Yeah, Ashwini is there. Yeah, so you can see Ashwini.
Yes, sir.
So what is the difference between public cloud, private cloud, hybrid cloud, and
सांगू का मी?
now time is over, community cloud, right? So below table shows the difference among them. So keep yourself mute, both of you. Yeah. So the host, how service provider, enterprise, third party, how the host in this all four. Now user, access, and owner. So you can have this table with you. Yeah. So when somebody asks you what are different type of cloud. So next, yeah, so more about public cloud if you want to see, yeah, so these are right cloud service provider. Yeah, please wait, just give me a time. Yeah, community cloud, hybrid cloud. Okay. So basically I want to discuss a cloud service model with you today now. So cloud types, the four cloud types. Now cloud service models. So question may arises like explain the cloud service model or service model of cloud computing or cloud service models. So the question is, so then you have to be explain these three cloud service model, generally called as a cloud service model, deployment model, or cloud type. These are the same, and cloud service model, these three. Infrastructure as a services, which is a as, platform as a services, which is PaaS, and software as a services, which is a SaaS. These are the three cloud service model or service model. So IaaS is known as a hardware as a services. It is computing infrastructure managed over the internet. The main advantage is using the this infrastructure as service is that help user to avoid cost and complexity of purchasing and managing the physical server. So the characteristic of this IaaS is resources are available as a service. Services are highly scalable, dynamic and flexible, geo and API based access and automated administrative tasks. Yeah, so infrastructure. For example, you want the storage, no? You can be sent request to the Amazon. Amazon provide you the storage. If you want the computing power, you want a processor to be processed, multi-processor, you can be request to the Amazon. You will get these resources on demand. Yeah. So next is the platform as a services, where you get the platform to be development or environment to develop it. Yeah. So let's platform as a services. Yeah, created a program to develop, test, and run the managed application. So you can be access the environment of the Java API. You want to execute Java programs. Yeah, so you can be access this platform. So characteristic of this PaaS are accessible to the various user via the some development application, integrate with web services and databases, builds on virtualization technology, so resource can easily be scaled up or scaled down as per organization need, support multiple languages and frameworks, provide an ability to auto scale it. For example, like yeah, so you can be have the Apache status, you can be like OpenShift, you can use it, force.coms, Windows Azure, so you can be access it for development. Software as a services, you can be download it from Play Store and you can be use it. SaaS is known as a on-demand software. Whatever you want it, you can be download from the Play Store. It is software in which the application are hosted by cloud service provider, and user can access this application with the help of the internet connection or the web browser. For example, we have the Google Apps, Salesforce, Dropbox, Zendesk, Cisco, WebEx, Zendesk, Slack, Go Meetings. So yeah, for example, Google Apps is a big example. Google Apps is a best example of this platform as a services. So what are the characteristics of this SaaS? Managed from the central location, hosted on remote server, accessible over the internet. Users are not responsible for hardware and software update. Update are applied automatically, and the service and purchase on the as per base basic, or sometimes it is free. So WhatsApp application you are download and you are using it. So this is example of software as a services. WhatsApp is there, some app you can be download and you can be use it, like a Flipkart apps is there, like Amazon apps is there. So these are the fall under the category of software as a services. So sometimes you will get the question like, what is the difference between as PaaS and SaaS? AS is infrastructure as a services, PaaS is platform as a services, and SaaS is a software as a services. So you can be see the difference in this table with you always, like what is the difference among them. It provides as provide. It provide means as provide virtual data center to store the information and create platform for app development, testing and deployment. Whereas PaaS provides virtual platforms and tools to create, test and deploy the apps. Whereas SaaS provide web softwares and apps to complete the business tasks. So again, AS provides access to the resource such as virtual machine, virtual storage, and virtual computing power, etc. Whereas PaaS provide runtime environment and deployment tool for the application development, whereas SaaS provides software as a service to the end user. So it is used by network architects, whereas PaaS used by the developer, whereas SaaS used by the end user. And last, what is the difference between AS PaaS is AS provide only infrastructure, whereas PaaS provide infrastructure plus platform, whereas SaaS provides soft infrastructure plus platform and the software. So please note it down. So these are the difference between the AS PaaS and the SaaS. So today the agenda was to discuss type of cloud and type of service model. So if sometime it is called as a cloud deployment model, then you have to be explained. Please note, if the question come explain the cloud deployment model, then you have to be explain type of clouds. Question is same. When explain the service model, then you have to be explain the service model. Now, what is the heart of cloud computing is virtualization. What is virtualization? Question come, what is virtualization? Type of virtualization. So virtualization is the creation of virtual machine or virtually something rather than actual, such as server, desktop, storage devices, and operating system and network resources. It's the creation of virtual. Virtualization is the process, and through which something which is created virtually, which is not actually. What virtually created? Virtual creation of the server, virtual creation of desktop, virtual creation of storage device, virtual creation of operating system, virtual creation of network resources, and the through which the created, it is created by the process of virtualization. If you want to create the virtual server, you have to be adapt the process of virtualization for particular creating the server, virtualization process for creating the desktop, virtualization process of creating the storage devices, virtualization process of creating operating system, virtualization process of creating network resources. In other words, virtualization is a technique which allow to share a single physical instance of resources or an application among multiple customer or organization. It does by assigning a logical names to the physical storage and provide a pointer to that physical resource when it is demanded. So what is the concept behind the virtualization? Yeah. So creation of virtual machine, VMM, creation of virtual machine over the existing operating system and hardware known as the hardware virtualization. Please note it. Sometime the question comes, what is virtualization? We have the virtual machine, and if you created their instance, logical instance, and you are sharing with somebody else, so this happened through the hardware virtualization itself. Virtual device file system, you might be know that virtual device file system, particular in Unix file system, that is example of hardware virtualization. A virtual machine provide environment that is logically separated from the underlying hardware. Yeah, actually, and that virtual machine on which the virtual machine is going to be created known as a host machine, and that virtual machine is referred as a guest machine above the actual underlying hardware. Please note it down. Underlying hardware, right? So we have the hardware. You trained something. You created something underlying hardware actually, and you created something which is logically, which is the program. and we are share something with that. So whatever the thing you are created logically through the process is called as virtualization, and what you created is the virtual creation of this hardware, which is called as a virtual machine or host machine or guest machine. So there is various type of virtualization, like hardware virtualization, like operating system virtualization, server virtualization, storage virtualization. So what happened in hardware virtualization? When the virtual machine software or virtual machine manager VMware is directly installed on the hardware system, it is known as hardware virtualization. So this is program installment. This is a program created. The main job of hypervisor programmer, right? This program also, which is underlying to the virtual VMware. The main job of hypervisor is to control and monitor the process, memory, and other hardware resources. So what is hypervisor will be a question. Please write the question with you. What is hypervisor? So hypervisor 1, hypervisor 2, again the hypervisor component come, how it is to be done, and how it is responsible for controlling it. But remember, what is hypervisor? The question with you right now. So keep this burning desire on right with the hypervisor. However, is the heart of this virtualization again, and virtualization is the heart of this cloud computing. After virtualization of hardware system, we can install different operating system on it and run different application on this OS. Hardware virtualization is mainly done on the server platform, because controlling virtual machine is much easier than controlling any physical server. Yeah, so with the help of program. So operating system virtualization also come when virtual machine software or virtual machine manager is installed on the host operating system instead of directly on the system, known as operating system virtualization. So again, something like the virtually we created, actually we have the physical operating system, and virtually something we have created for option to the actual operating system. That particular is a virtual operating system, we can say, and that created by the process of operating system virtualization. Same ways, some logical virtual server is created about the underlying actual server. The process is called as server virtualization. Yeah, server virtualization, virtual server is called as. Again, same thing, virtual storage has been created and above the physical storage which we have. So that particularly is called as a and that process is called as storage virtualization. So again, we can discuss more in detail of this this 4 type of virtualization, but I'm sharing the link of this. You have to go through in more detail of this virtualization, because the whole third unit is basically depend on the that particular virtualization. So you all are instructed to be go in detail of this process of virtualization. It's very yeah. So you should know these. What are the steps of virtualization, type of virtualization, what exactly happened in virtualization, where to be actually a program to be modified. Yeah. So if you want to create we have the actual OS, and I want to create a virtual OS. So which program I need to be modified in actual OS so that I will create the virtual OS. So you can go through the more video of this virtualization. Yeah, more video of the process of virtualization. So please be in the